Greetings and welcome back to Fallen Enchantress Legendary Heroes, my Kingdom of Altar playthrough. And if I can find my mouse cursor, we'll advance to the next turn. There we go. So we should be getting henchmen in about a year, I think it is, from here. Yeah, 4 seasons. And that's a good time to discuss the way experience works. So the next combat we get, I will do a breakdown on the experience. Black Smoke D Max actually did a good breakdown in the comments section, I think, of the first episode. But I'm going to go into detail about the way the experience system is handled with heroes when we have a new combat. So we have our Sentinel here. We now have 2 Town Watch coming out of Athica that are due for Avalan. And then we will get to work on the Crystal Mine. And Kieran's Hold has built its... What did it just build? I wasn't even paying attention. Garden, I think it was. Let's see, can I upgrade the garden? Yeah, it was a garden. It's now going to upgrade into the granary. So we'll queue that up. And go ahead and get to moving our armies. So Ariel had just cleaned out these elementals. I think I'm going to have him move around and deal with some of these wandering elementals around here. Yeah, I can actually get to them in one turn. So we'll jump over there. We need to clear... I didn't get to the lair yet. That's what I should have done. But we're going to go ahead and clear out some of these. And this will give us a good chance to discuss the experience systems after this combat is completed. And this bright terrain makes it kind of difficult to see how far I can go. Let's actually just get up on the hill and pass. And they're all going to go right after Ariel does. We'll bring the Lightbringer up here with him. And Ariel will start to work on one of these guys. Now, them being ice elementals, they are going to suffer more from my battle mages. Yeah, they're going to do a decent amount of damage. Let's just keep working on this wounded one. And I could back him off to finish that one off. Yeah, let's do that. Didn't quite finish it off. Lightbringer goes next. I can have the Lightbringer finish that one off and put some heavy damage on a different one. And now we can move back up here. Start focusing on another one. Now they are doing a number on my Lightbringer, and I'll probably end up healing it with Ariel's next turn, if the combat lasts long enough. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and throw a heal off on the Lightbringer. Let's move around and get this other one. I think I can do more damage. Yeah, got them both almost dead. And the counterattack got that one. Okay, so now we're going to get our experience. We got 33 experience for that. Now, the way experience works is basically each of these guys are probably worth about 11. Actually, considering the levels, these two were probably worth about the same, and this one was worth about double that. But yeah, we ended up with 33 experience. Now, the way they do the experience breakdown, basically, the experience that this army is worth is what you would get for 1 champion. So Ariel is the only champion in this army, so he receives the full experience. Whatever the champion would receive, all of the other members of the army, your other units, get half of that. So that's the reason they're all getting close to... actually, that's a little under half, honestly. Ariel must have a slight XP bonus. This is more like if it was 26 experience or so. Yeah. So that's before multipliers to experience. So let's say, according to all of these guys getting 13, it should have been about 26 experience for this group. Ariel's getting a bonus that gives him an extra 7. That's about a 25% XP gain. And the Battle Mage, instead of just getting 13, is getting an extra point, which would be about another 10% experience gain. But the way they do it is after they calculate the experience, that's how much a single champion would get. And non-champion units earn half of what the champions are going to get. If you have more than one champion in an army, it would take this value, which right now we're assuming is 26, and divide it by the number of champions. So if I had 2 champions, each champion would get 13 experience. If I had 4 champions, each champion would get about 6 to 7 experience. And then it calculates, depending on the number of champions, what the regular army units would get. So if I had 2 champions and they were each getting about 13 experience, all of these other units would be getting half of that 13. Henchmen are an exception. Henchmen earn experience like heroes, but do not count as a hero for dividing experience. So if Ariel had a henchman, that henchman would also get the same experience Ariel did, instead of dividing it. So if this, instead of a battle mage here, I had a henchman, that henchman would have earned the 33 experience, and these guys would still be getting 13. Because he doesn't count as a champion for dividing it. But if I had a second hero in here, it would affect every other army's experience. So for combats, your best loadout is a single champion, and then armies and henchmen to maximize the experience that the armies would get. If you're trying to level up champions, that also maximizes per fight how much experience a champion would get. However, champions together can usually handle tougher fights, so even if you run around with multiple champions, since you'll be doing so many fights in succession, the champions will still be leveling up fairly well. The real way to level up champions is through quests. When it assigns a quest experience level, that is not divided by the amount of champions in the group. Every champion will receive, like say a quest is worth 100 experience. It doesn't matter if you have 1 champion or 9 champions in the group that does the quest. Each champion gets 100 experience. So if you really want to level up champions, the thing to do is whenever you get a quest, put all your champions in the same army to do the quest, because they will all get the full experience for the quest. When you're running around doing combats, in the early game I wasn't worried about the experience distribution. And that's one of the reasons the computer-controlled kingdoms and empires have higher level heroes than me. They generally ran around with a single hero in an army, where I had multiples so I could get some of the tougher opponents. And once I got to the point now where I feel like I can keep my heroes in single armies, now I'm going to start sending them out to try and get more experience. And also that helps their armies level up faster. The other thing about this is fighting the armies created from the environment, like these ice elementals and dragons and stuff like that, will generally be more experience than fighting other empires and kingdoms. Even if they're really tough fights compared to this, because those ice elementals weren't really much of a threat, but it was 33 experience. If I took on a stack of 9 units from, say, Craxus, it would not be worth as much experience, because they don't want you farming experience from other kingdoms and other empires, especially in multiplayer, where you can pretty much just let the other player win. They don't want you doing that, so you actually get more experience fighting the environment over fighting the other kingdoms and empires. And I'm out of movement, so I'll have to clear out the layer of the Ignis next season. Yanisk was still exploring up this way. Where is that caravan going? I think that caravan had been chased off the road or something by, yeah, it says it's going to Gorya Hediga, but that's not this way, and it's not leaving a road behind. And I'm wondering if I screwed up my caravan by accidentally moving it at one point. It doesn't, I can't tell which way it's going. It doesn't have the movement thing going, so I kind of hope it continues moving. We'll find out. Let's see if we can remember where it is. It's right near that clay pit. We'll see if it moves next turn. Back to Yanisk's army. Okay, he's going to move up this way. I think I can get to there. Nope, just to here. We want to continue exploring up this way. It's a dead end, so we can turn around and come back. Tuatha. His town watch has about had it, but I'm pretty sure I can still take this bandit army. How many are in it? That's a lot of units, and they have a bear and several archers. Alright, let's get our town watch a little healthier. Let's see if we can get over here and take care of this cave bear. Oh, there's another essence. So yeah, let's just take out this cave bear and hopefully not lose our cave bear. Oh, you dodged my first attack. Good lord. Well, Tuatha's here now. Alright, so let's see how much a single cave bear is worth. 10 experience. Yeah, and the cave bear and the town watch each get 5. If I'd had 2 heroes, the 2 heroes would have gotten 5 experience, and the cave bear and town watch would have gotten 2 or 3. Now, henchmen won't detract from that. If he'd have had extra henchmen in his army, each henchman would have gotten the 10 experience as well, and it wouldn't have affected how much the cave bear and town watch are getting. So once I get my henchmen, yes, I'm going to want to recruit quite a few of them to fill out my armies. And this is going to be dangerous, trying to sneak past here where the Titan has been wandering around. And I believe Kieran's Hold, not Kieran's Hold, it is Sira's Pass. Lord Relias is healed, and his 1 Athkan guard will be healed next season, and we can go back to wandering around a little bit. But I think I am going to stay here to keep the unrest down, because even with Lord Relias in here, it's still got 21% unrest. And my tax rate is still low. I haven't accidentally increased it again. They're moving some pioneers down this way. Where are they going? Stadenhart's Town Hall is completed. It's now working on the merchant. And now that the Town Hall is completed, I can build something else over here. I do know I want the monument down here. And that's the only other thing I can build, so I'll just wait until the merchant is done. Iriel will now go clear out the lair of the Ignis. Ground here is a mixture of ash, shattered, blackened bones, and warped stones. All the remains of the Ignis's prior victims have been destroyed except for 1 item. A guardian blade. According to legend, the bearer of this sword walked through an Urkson horde unmolested because no one dared attack him. This is one that adds an extra counterattack. I think that would be a good one for Lord Relias. 14 attack, 2 initiative, 2 counterattacks. And Lord Relias currently has the Sinian Broadsword, which does more damage versus Twisted and more attack rating overall. But I do really like the Guardian Blade. Now we were back to Iriel. I still had movement. See, I have a good essence, a good spot there that only has one essence. That was a dragon lair. Let's send Ariel back this way to help escort our pioneer who is coming up here. Yanisk can start headed back. And now that it has been a turn, let us see if our caravan is back to moving. It is. It's heading back home. We need to come down here and deal with the Dark Wizard. Tuatha. It's going to be rough taking on this bandit army. The bear is the real threat, but then you do have swarms of these bandits, and they do have a fairly high attack rating. I would like to get my town watch a little healthier, so we'll just explore around them for a bit. Spend a couple of seasons looking around. That I could handle. Let's move over here. That I could probably handle too, the Troll Warrior. And let's drop that, collapse that again. We'd like to offer you tribute. No, I don't think so. Kieran's Hold is now level 4. We can get a gallows that will ignore unrest for this town's production. Mining Guild that gives us more metal per season. Or a prison that reduces unrest in all my cities but lowers growth in this city. Well, we're just about capped on growth, on population anyway. So we're going to add a prison here. That's going to help all of our cities' unrest. It upgraded the, is that the town hall that just got upgraded to look like a prison? Farcross has completed its well. It can upgrade it to an inn, so we will queue that up. Stadenhart has completed its merchant, so now we can add in the monument here. Or do we want to add it here? I think here, so that we can start building on the road closer. Well, this spot allows me to build there. This spot would not allow me to build diagonally down here. So it really doesn't matter at this point. We'll put the monument back here. Laren's Tree has its town hall. We are working on the workshop right here, and then the gold mine. And we do need 2 more buildings right here to be able to build a dock. And we do need 1 more building here to get this fire shard in our territory, which we have not queued up yet. So let's go ahead and queue it up. Alright, so we're going to get the workshop, and then I think we will put the study right here to connect that. And after we get that, we have the merchant and the garden. We'll put the garden here, and then the merchant right near the river. That will get us to the pier. So we've got the buildings we need to make it to the river. Sierra's Pass has its cleric, which can upgrade to a shrine. We are now currently working on the iron mine. After we get it, we'll be able to build the pier right there, I believe. Let's go ahead and queue up the shrine. To reduce unrest further. Uriel's going to keep moving back this way, keeping an eye out so that this pioneer can get through. Now, towns can be, I checked back on some of my previous towns. The closest towns can be together is 6 tiles from the center. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. If we look at these towns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there's the center. And the same thing for down here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's 5 tiles in between them. So it's 6 tiles away is how close capitals can be together. So I actually could, when this area becomes green, there's a chance there's city sites will start popping up here. Now, if I can get up to where I have Birth of Summer, enough mana to cast it, it will have a chance to find hidden essence in areas. So that's one of the things I was waiting on, was to see if maybe I could cast it here and find some essence. Essence is more likely to be near things like crystals and shrines and things like that than just out here where there's nothing, or near like iron mines and such. Alright, Yanusk is still moving downward. And I think Tuatha will take on these bandits and start clearing them out. They're relatively weak, so this is just going to be experience for my units. The wolf goes next, so the cave bear needs to take it out. And now we can start working on these bandits. Didn't kill him? A bear killed him. So yeah, 7 and 3 and 3. Looks like it truncates downward, because 7 would be 3.5. Tuatha has leveled up in Defender. Let's see. This adds initiative and attack versus opponents with lower initiative. This boosts his experience gain, strength and hit points, army's regeneration, and the ability to do first aid. But I believe I was going down this route to get spell resistance so that I could get the fire resistance and such to compensate for his vulnerability to fire. So we would have to go down this route. Of course, also getting stand firm and recoil would be nice, but that's something we will come back to after we have gotten fire resistance at least. So we'll start with the spell resistance. And I still have movement. So let's move here and take out this other group of bandits. I can't get to the wolf in one turn, but I can block it. Wolves do counterattacks, but I believe I'll be able to kill it with one swing. Yeah, no counterattack from that. And move Tuatha up. Now I could fireball, but that would be 50 mana for no real need, because none of them are stacked up enough that's going to be worth it. So we'll just pass. I could have healed him, though. Probably should have. Let's just go for the archer. This one? Nope. Move here and strike this one. Attack. Now I could rush down there and finish off that archer, who is going next, so we're going to do that. And And then Tuatha should be able to finish off that fool. Another 7 experience. So yeah, we're getting a little bit of experience, though I did take some damage out of that. There's another cave bear we can deal with. We could probably handle that group as well. Boy, you've got a couple of big armies here. Why is that guy sparkling? Did you give him, like, regeneration or something? What are you sparkling for? I'm not sure which one is sparkly. He's got Earth Disciple. But yeah, I'm not sure what is making him all sparkly. Alright, our Pioneer has already gone as well. So I believe that's everybody. Let's go ahead while we're here and move the Pioneer up. I don't have room in the army for it, but I can stack on top of them. And we'll have Tuatha move up here to get ready to take out these cave bear and troll. And that's a troll, troll warrior, and 2 scath. No, I don't want to talk. I'm trying to move. Alright, let's just go into the woods. And we can actually shop here. I do have some things to sell. Okay, mounts do not count towards your 4 accessories, so I could still have an accessory equipped. I think I would rather have the Scar Stone than the Hate Stone. I just don't like carrying around something that says hate. So we're going to sell these Venom Sacks. I think we're probably going to sell the Hate Stone as well. And all of these spider silk. Now there is a reason to hang on to spider silk and pelts and stuff like that. You can occasionally get quests that offer things if you trade those in. Like you could get something where they say we'll make you a potion but we need or we'll make you a cloak but we need so many wolf pelts. And if you already have them on you, you know, you can just do it that way. Rather than having to go out and find some. Alright, they've already got the hammer, the axe, and the dagger. Could get some bread here, but how much does it cost? 20 Gildar? Doesn't heal as much as the salted pork, which is 30 Gildar. Yeah, we'll go ahead and buy bread. What the heck? We've got money. So we've got a healing nectar, a salted pork, some bread, and the Iru elixir, which would get rid of an injury. I believe that's everybody. Yeah. So we got the school in Mithrandra. Are now working on the granary. We got the town watch built in Athica. We are working on our second town watch, and then both of them will head up to Avalan. Dung da dung. We have henchmen. Personal charisma, such as that possessed by the great sovereigns of old, the high kings of Antheros, their Amarian brethren of the north, cannot be taught. The art of attracting others to your cause can, though in this day and age, only those aligned with the Kingdom of Altar can research and subsequently acquire this valuable skill, which will allow you to woo and win to your cause the minor heroes of this world. So it unlocks the henchman, the bard, the shieldman, and the torchbearer. Our people have always had a heroic heart, even those with modest backgrounds. Now, 11, 9, 13. Arcane Mastery would give me Bless and Curse City. That's unrest reduction. The ability to produce mana instead of other things. The Temple of Essence. Ariog's Tower, a world achievement that adds fame per season and air power. Drills will give me an extra army size for each of my things. And weaponry is what I was looking at they already had. We can get throwing knives, warhammers, axes, daggers. Upgrade the logging camp to a lumber yard. Eventually we'll get up to mounted warfare. And on civilization, we have access to animal husbandry, which gives us the butcher, the pasture, built on wild game, and the storehouse, an upgrade of the granary. Construction would give us smelter, a world achievement in the Great Mill that gives us food and production bonuses. In the city it is produced. The mason and the high tower, which is for outposts. Cooperation gives us the palace. We can only have one per faction, and it does a bonus to growth and unrest in that city. The tax office, which is an upgrade of the market, gives us more Gildar per season. And the ability to train units in groups of 4 instead of 3. I think we'll go for construction. We could probably build the Great Mill. And that also will give us more material, upgrading our workshops. Yeah, let's go for construction. Cirrus Pass is now level 2. I was making it a fortress because I want another place to churn out units. Now that's going to give me more options for buildings to help snake me over to the forest there. Alright, Thailand has its irrigated farm completed, so that's more food being built here. It can now go up to a population of 4, or a level of 4. Kieran's Hold finished its smelter. It's now working on the barracks. Laren's Tree has its workshop. It is now working on the fire altar. Why did it put the fire altar in front of the gold mine? Let's put the gold mine next. And we want to build the study right here. Do we want it here or here? Let's actually pull it back to here. And then our garden will go on the other side of the iron mine. And then the merchant right there. That will give us access to the pier right on that river. Or maybe we do the merchant, then the garden, then the pier. The Magnar have declared war on the Umber. They're still leaving Craxus to me, it appears. Alright, let's move the Pioneer first. And I believe we're going to go ahead and settle here. That will give us access to the clay pit. And eventually the air shard. And our next one can rush down here. Or we could just go ahead and go for this one. And then our next Pioneer that comes out will go there. And let's just keep Ariel with the Pioneer since we are going to be pushing on through the woods. Yanisk is going to get back down here and deal with this Dark Tower. Tuatha will go ahead and take out this cave bear. And his troll friend. Alright, everybody's going before the troll. I want to take out this cave bear. I'm more worried about it than the troll. And I want to put more distance between me and that troll. Well, so much for my town watch. Yeah, let's just do it. See if we can take out that bear. Get off my bear. Boy, I knocked the crap out of him. So yeah, we lost our town watch, unfortunately. I still have the movement to clear out this cave bear den. Ring of Calling. Name has two meanings. For one, it strengthens the wearer's summon spells, but it also causes them to hear echoes from distant worlds. That belongs with Iriel. And we're actually not too far from Iriel. So I believe we are still considered strong. Mouse over the unit. No, we're medium now. That would be a tough fight. So I think we're just going to work our way back toward Iriel. We need reinforcements for Tuatha's army. And I believe that's everyone to move. So now we can go to, say, Athica. Go to Train. Go to Design Units. Alright, so our Bard gets 10% to the army's experience. He is both water and air adept. And has leather and an ice spear. The Shield Man is an earth adept with defender and shield wall to boost the army's defense. Has a lightning hammer, shield, and leather armor. The Torchbearer, fire adept and life adept, adds to the health regeneration. Has an incineration staff and leather armor. And those are the three that we unlocked henchman-wise. But if we went to, say, let's just take the Bard, for example, and edit them. Yeah. You've got your army bonuses up here. This Scout is listed as an army bonus. No movement penalty in forest, swamps, hills, and bonus to sight range. We have access to the adept abilities now. And we choose henchman. So let's see. What do I like on this? It's pretty much cleared out now. Weapon-wise, it was set to Ice Spear. Let's see, I actually want a staff. Armor-wise, I will go with leather, but let's actually say upgradable. And we do want an upgradable cloak, I think. Or do we want a specific cloak, like the soldier's cloak? That gives spell resist. This gives defense. Let's go with the soldier's cloak. They both have the exact same labor cost. All of these have the same labor cost. Well, this one says it actually requires a crystal as well, whereas the Arctic Wolf cloak does not. But yeah, let's go with the soldier's cloak. Equipment-wise, do we want to give them anything? Maybe a belt of speed. And a ring of the glacier. Do a little bit of elemental damage. Now, trait-wise, this is going to be our bard. We are going to give the bard Life Adept. Water is slow. Air is haste. Life has aid, which does some healing. Uh, hmm. Let's give them Air Adeptus or other one. That means I don't get any other traits, unfortunately. It would be nice to give them like Finesse or Acrobat or something along that line, but having two spells would be nice. King's Ward. All right. We're going to say this is the King's Bard. And actually, I kind of like that pose, but yeah, actually, we'll just leave it with him in front of the winter view, since he does have a Ring of the Glacier. All right, so now this actual bard, which was air and water instead of air and life, we are going to hide that bard. The shield man, let's edit that one. We have shield wall, adds to the army's defense. We have defender, and they gave them earth adept. Can I take that off? All right, this resets, right? Yeah, okay. Well, it does still have defender. Oh, that changed it from henchman. Yeah, we have to click on henchman. We do want shield wall. We give them defender and give them potential is a very good one to give to henchmen so that they earn experience faster. Veteran, they'd start with an extra level right off the bat. I can give them two of these. Interesting. Let's give them, what does Earth do? That just hurl boulder. Iron Skin would be more defense. But yeah, I think we are going to end up giving them potential. Though once you max out your experience, that's kind of a waste, but it's either that or Constitution. But yeah, let's give them potential. Now, weapon-wise, we've got the Lightning Hammer. Upgradable hammers, basically. Armor-wise, we do want upgradable in every area. And I guess we'll go ahead with an upgradable cloak. And give them a belt of precognition. And that should be good. City Keeper. Kingsguard. Now this one, I do want a slightly different pose. I'd like the shield up. That's not bad, but that's not the direction. That's not bad either. I don't like the hammer being up near his head like that. Like that is okay. There. That's a good pose. And we actually want one showing like the city. That works. Now we can hide the shield man. Now the torchbearer, cook. Now we can actually create more types of henchmen and mix up abilities. Like we could have one that was an earth mage and stuff like that, or others do use different weapons. That's other things we can. So we've got one that is kind of a tank. We've got one with some healing ability and buffs for the group and uses a staff. And we've got one that does the other buffs for the group and has an ice staff and fire spells. Would I like to replace Scout with, let's see, if I took out Scout on this one, I could give it another ability like the Earth Adept. I could make it Fire and Earth and make it more of a mage. So I did a little bit of fiddling around here. I did keep the King's Guard for now. But yeah, I changed out the Bard a little bit. Instead of it being the King's Bard, it's just the Bard. I created a Scout that covered the other two areas, scouting and cooking. Gave them a spear. Not the ice spear, just a regular spear. I may upgrade it to an ice spear. And I created just a mage. Doesn't give any army bonuses, but has access to multiple spells, basically. So there we have 4 different ones. The bard has 2 of the spells, the mage has the others, and we can basically fill out armies with these little henchmen. And we can create more if we want different weapon layouts. That's something I would probably wait until I got access to. Like, I could create one, let's see, I could create a henchman. I wonder if these stack. Like if I added shield wall with 2 of them, would it be overall to the army's defense? But yeah, let's actually look at getting some other abilities. Let's see. Are there any other traits I'm really interested in at this point? See, we could give them rage. Fury. And underdog. Or bloodthirsty. Yeah, bloodthirsty. Let's go ahead and give them all the upgradable gear except for shields, because we want to make an axeman. Upgradable axe. And equipment wise, give them a defense against dodge. And maybe the Ring of Embers for fire attacks, since their axe already has it. So yeah. And let's just call them a berserker, because that's what their traits are, basically. We want one that looks like they're going on the offensive, basically. A stance that looks kind of threatening, or like they're attacking. Like more where they're wielding it with 2 hands, though. It's a shame they don't have much in the way of facial expressions. But yeah, we'll just go with something that looks more like a battlefield. That looks good. So yeah, now we've got a berserker. Has a bunch of abilities. This is just another type of henchman. They use axes. They'll have pretty good damage output. So we've got the mages, the berserkers, the knights, basically, or King's Guard. Then we've got the bards and the scouts. Every army, I think, needs a bard and a scout. And then we can just fill them out with whatever else we want, henchman-wise. So there we go. We've designed a few henchmen. We can actually start training some out next time we have a bit of the town available. I believe everybody has moved. I do know I'm going to need some henchmen for Lord Relias, and probably for Tuatha. Settlement has grown a level. Stadenheart is now level 2. I get to select what type of town it's going to be. It has no essence, so it is going to be a town. Now, I could make it a conclave and eventually get like 1 essence from like getting up to like level 3 or 4. But I do like the town bonuses. That helps overall. I don't mind spamming a lot of towns that aren't going to get much essence. Now it's going to have access to more buildings. right after. Oh, and one thing I need to do right now is go ahead and raise this ogre lair. Yes, now I can build a granary, a grocer, a market, and a well. The well will only take 2 seasons. Let's put the well right here, because we really don't need to expand outward any particular direction. We'll just put the well right there. The granary is an upgrade to a building we already have. I kind of want the market here, yeah. And we'll put the grocer here, and then upgrade to the granary. So Stadenhart completed its garden, basically, and gained a level. All right, Ariel was following this, or escorting this pioneer. Yanusk is headed back down to try and deal with this Dark Tower. Tuatha is headed back to meet up with Ariel and give him this summoning ring, as well as go get more troops. Bunch of pop-ups. Alright, Avalan has completed its granary. Now it is just producing wealth. It can't quite make it to level 5. Farcross has completed its garden, is now working on the gold mine. I can upgrade to a granary. Laren's Tree has its gold mine, so now I can start building on the other side of the gold mine. Let's put the merchant. I can't start building on the other side of the gold mine. What the crap? Can I not build in the swamp? Let's give it another day and see if that, since we are working on something else anyway. We have the other town watch has finally been built here, so we will take these 2 town watch and send them up to Avalan. Now we are working on a crystal mine, and we could actually start churning out units for an army. How long does it take to get my bards and stuff? Just 4 seasons. So we need a scout and a bard for his army. He can have 5 units. He's got 1 Altarian guard. He'll get a scout and a bard. He's got room for 1 more unit. I could give him a mage. No, we'll give him a King's Guard. And we will shift around to where we're getting these fairly quickly. Got to move them all to the front here. I'm trying to move the scout, and I kept grabbing the building, the shrine. And that shrine should actually be before that crystal quarry. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get these 3 units for Lord Relias before we go back to working on town protection. Paradin has conquered the Umber City of Claydon. Uriel and this pioneer will just keep pushing on. I want to get to that city location. Yanusk is now back to the road, I believe. And next turn we should be able to try taking them on. I think we can take them. It is going to hurt a little bit, but I think we can do it. Tuatha is still moving back. It would really hurt trying to take out those bandits, though. Sierra's Pass has a bell tower. That should be able to upgrade to a town hall, which will help make our borders contiguous. So we do need to build that. And we need to build that now. The garden. Where is the garden? Then we have the garden, the earth altar, and the shrine, which is the upgrade of the cleric. Actually, we can hold off and go ahead and get the garden and the earth altar before we get the town hall and the shrine. Alright, Giannis can attempt to take out this dark wizard. This is going to be a tough fight. They've got some wolves and 2 forsaken martyrs and the dark wizard. The hunters can take out the wolves fairly well, I think. Let's move up here and stab this one. Yeah, they can take out the wolves fairly well. Oh, those guys hurt. Alright, who goes next? Sentinel, both my town watch, then the despair spell gets cast. You've only got about 26 hit points. Let's see, if I go here and rush. Not quite enough. This guy is going to die. They won't get a counterattack, I don't think. No, neither of these guys are listing that they have a counterattack. Because I have a spear. I could move this town watch up here and try and take him down. And move this town watch up here to finish off this one wolf. That did a lot of damage. Yeah, these guys are about to take out that unit. I believe they get a unit when they do that. Let's move over this way and stab at him. Summon a demonic ally. We need to take out this damn wizard. Giannis is losing his army pretty rapidly. Oh boy. Yeah, this may have been a bad idea. I'm not doing much damage to him. Now I'm severely outnumbered. Okay, so Giannis has fallen and gotten a twisted knee. That's fine. I did manage to take out a couple of wolves. It sucks. So Giannis is now back over here. He's incapacitated. But I can go ahead and drink this Eru elixir to remove that twisted knee. Because if I look at the twisted knee, where does it show up? There. That reduces initiative by 1. So let's go ahead and drink the Eru elixir. That got rid of my twisted knee, gave me 40 hit points. He's been healed of the following injury. Yeah. Now he's still immobilized for 5 seasons. He's up here at Sierra's Pass with Lord Verlias. Yeah, that did not go as well as I had hoped. We ended up losing that battle and losing every unit I had with him. But now he'll be able to get a new army churned out. I can eventually move him down to like Attica to get an army to travel with him. So yeah, that didn't work out. Let's move Tuatha on past. If they attack me, they attack me. There's no difference between a bandit leader and a king, except that you imagine you deserve your role, and I know I have stolen mine. Kieran's Hold has a barracks. It's now working on a guardian statue. Mithranda has its granary and is now working on a bakery. And Stadenhart has its study, is now working on a monument. And we can upgrade that study to a school. Next turn we should be able to build this city. I think Tuatha will probably hang around at this city to help cut down on the unrest and such until it is completed. And I may make it another fortress and just churn out his troops here. Because having 3 essence would make a pretty good fortress. Most of my fortresses only have 2, so they're getting the Aura of Fire and the Aura of Grace. Scout! Select your path. The path you select will determine what traits are available to you when you gain levels. Choose carefully, as this will be your unit's path for the rest of the game. So, do I want my scout to be an assassin? Fast attacks to debilitate, ignore defense, or kill outright? Yes, I think I do. I want them to be able to be someone to take out tough units. Boost their crit chance by 10. Masters of fast attack that debilitate, ignore defense, or kill outright. Unlocks traits that improve critical hits and accuracy. Thailand has grown to level 4. I can get the Tenfell University. Unrest doesn't affect research in this town. Amethyst Vault, which adds crystal per season. Or the Academy of Revelation, which adds 10% research for my faction as a whole. Which, of course, is the one I'm going for. The Academy of Revelation increases research produced in all your cities. So we completed the scout in Attica. I'm going to send the scout up this way towards Sarah's Pass. Farcross completed its study. And Stadenhart completed its monument. It is now building a well. Now if we go back to Attica, there was something else I wanted to look at training here. Ah yes, I need another sentinel. Because now that Thailand has reached level 4, it needs a second sentinel. So we will send one of our sentinels that way. Because we're going to have troops churning out here, and it's going to take a while for anybody to threaten this city anyway. Alright, this pioneer is going to go ahead and plop down right here. And we're going to cast some spells on this site. We need to cast Meditation. Sovereign's Call to help it grow faster. And probably propaganda for now. Aerial will move up here. And let's see, yes, you can trade from adjacent spaces. You don't actually have to be on their space. Let's trade the stuff that is going to be sold or given to someone else. To Tuatha. And Tuatha is going to trade that Ring of Calling. So yes, +1 level, can cast Blink, has dodge versus range attacks, dodge, and a warg. The Banner of the Brave I'm eventually going to get up to the Commander. And that's another thing. I could choose Commander as a path for one of my henchmen and have them do this. Alright. So now that we're done with that, Tuatha will head this way. Now I do have to be within the borders to shop. And Aerial will head up this way. I believe Aerial can definitely clear them out. How tough is that? 46 attack, 41 defense, 270 health. We might be able to handle the dragon, but we will definitely lose units trying it. Yeah, my units are pretty much all summoned. Where's my air elemental? Just not showing on this one. That dragon is tough, though. The 270 health on one unit. Plus, it's going to have multiple attack types. Clamber Coil Dragon, if we look at it. Can't be knocked prone. Has a sweep against all enemies within one tile. Has breath. Target units within one tile are enveloped in fire. Melee attacks also do poison damage. It has an overpower, so that means it attacking the mages, it will do more. It has a fear that triggers at the start. It has spell resistance, and it starts with more stamina. So yeah, that would be a very tough fight, that Clamber Coil Dragon. Oh, and I haven't set up construction for this place yet. Alright, that is an Earth Shard. Let's go ahead and queue it up. Now we want to get to the clay pit, but we also need to get to the woods. So let us build a bell tower right here. We can build something else there, and then like a workshop and woods, and going over this way, we could build something there, and then something right there, and then we'd be at the clay pit. But all of it hinges on this being completed. I think we'll probably put the cleric and the shrine here. And we could actually just build something. Actually, we could put the cleric right here and just something right there, and then we're adjacent to the clay pit. Like the cleric and then the garden, or the cleric and the study. Thailand has completed its shrine. It's now working on a crystal mine. Its unrest is 4%. And it still has an alchemist to build after the crystal mine. My non-aggression pact with Magnar has expired, so let us renew that. And we can get an economic treaty with them finally. We do need to give them a little bit of coin to get them to accept it. And that should spawn another caravan. That right there? Yes. That is going to head to Imperium. This one is still a trail. Needs 10 more trips before it upgrades from trail. I'm positive Ariel can take them. We're going to put Tuatha in the town. Let's see what our unrest is. 34% even with Tuatha here. And the road it built was down to Larenstry. My scout is on its way up to Sarah's Pass. Craxus has conquered the Reslin city of Medden's Cross. Sarah's Pass has completed its garden. It's now working on an earth altar. Now that I have this garden, though, I can build off of it. Let's see. I need to build a pier. After the garden, we will put the granary. Oh, the granary is an upgrade of the garden. Never mind. Near the garden, let's put the training yard. Stadenhart has its well. It's now working on a market. And I can upgrade that well to an inn. Larenstry has its study. Now let's see, can I still can't build through the swamp, it appears. Over that way. I guess I will have to build down here to get over that way. Well, there's really no reason to build any other direction. We're all connected elsewhere. So I could... see, do I want to build up there and across or down here and across? Let's put the garden here. And from there, maybe I can build into the swamp. The school is an upgrade. All I have left is the merchant until I reach level 2, and then I will have more town-related buildings. So unfortunately, not being able to build in the swamp is creating a problem. Maybe I should have gone down this way and around. We'll see. Ariel is my only army that is still mobile right now. And we are going to take out these bandits. And the bear is my first target. Didn't quite get it. Nice dodge. The bear is coming up next, so Ariel is going to have to finish it off. And now my ice elemental, I'm going to put it right here. Take out this guy. Nope, he dodged. Dodge this. Yep, go after him. Everyone go after him. Let's get to that archer. There's one more archer back there. That was relatively easy overall. 23 experience for Ariel. Got some throwing knives out of it. Finally set of balanced throwing knives. I would have to give up something to equip that. He's got a range attack anyway, so that is something I could give a henchman, though. Build a camp to recruit mercenaries. So I could actually keep this camp here when I get a village over this way and be able to recruit mercenaries there. There were some trolls over here, weren't there? Yes. I believe we can handle them as well. Wanted to let you know we've just uncovered the secret of mounted warfare. The secrets of the lost magi are now ours. Mounted warfare sounds more martial than magical, so why do you keep calling them the lost magi? But yeah, that was Paradin, has mounted warfare now. Kieran's Hold has its guardian statue, now working on a hedge wall. See, then we have the crystal mine upgrade, the school, and the granary. We've actually got all of the bonuses for units already gotten. Let's look at the actual city. Sovereign's Call is still making the town grow. I'm pretty much at cap, so let's go ahead and cancel Sovereign's Call. And cast Heart of Fire here. And we can start training units down here for Kieran's Hold and Mithrandra. So Kieran's Hold is level 4. It's going to need 2 Altarian Guard and 2 Sentinels. And Mithrandra is level 3. It can get to level 4. We're going to need 2 Sentinels and 2 Town Watch for it. And we can reorder some of these as things get built. I'll go ahead and let the hedge wall get built. And then get started on like these Sentinels. And send the Sentinels first over to Mithrandra. I'll send 1 Sentinel over to Mithrandra and have 1 Sentinel here. And then get the Town Watch sent over. Is that a quest still sitting there? Oh, it's an Epic Dragon Statue quest. Okay. Yanisk is no longer immobilized. So we will have Yanisk head down to Athica and wait there. And Ariel will go after this Troll Warriors army. I think we can take them out fairly easily. They have a low defense. Most of their defense is going to come in the Mire Scaths, I believe. The trolls themselves don't have any. Do I want to go for the Mire Scath first? I'm immune to counterattack, so yeah, I am the one to go after the Mire Scaths. Now, I'm resistant to its attack, but I'll kill it before it gets a counterattack anyway. And I will also shoot at a Mire Scath. I will have him go over here and work on a troll. Ouch. Of course, they're all going after me. Let's take out a Mire Scath. I think I can get the healthy one. Not quite. Hell, I lost my ice elemental. That's fine. Ouch! Okay, so I did lose my ice elemental. Did get quite a bit of experience for that, which also gave some decent experience to my others. That was a level 7 ice elemental, but still. I'm still 60 experience away from another level. That'd be a couple more fights. But I can go ahead and summon something else. I could resummon an ice elemental. I could get a wisp. Or I could get the crag spawn, though I need a little bit more mana for it. I think I would rather have the crag spawn. It is fairly tough. Yeah, see, this one summons level 3 plus 1 per water shard. I don't think I have any water shards. Whereas the crag spawn is level 5. It's already 2 levels higher. Of course, when I get another level, I could replace that with like an actual earth elemental. I shall share with you tidings, Lord Relias. The people of Athka are unaware of the nature of the struggle between the kingdoms and the Empire. The kingdoms... Oh, you've told me this one. Yes. It is short, it is harsh, it is a struggle, yada yada, world scarcity. Yes, you've told me that one. Alright, now I have my bard. I could make my bard a commander. That would help boost the armies. Or a mage and give them access to more spells. I think I will go with commander for the... Well, I have a commander. This is going to be the bard in Lord Relias's group. So I will make this one a mage. Yeah, I think I will make this bard a mage. Alright, Mithrandra completed a bakery. It's now working on a festival. Sierra's Pass has its earth altar. It is now working on a town hall. And I can go ahead and queue up the pier right here. Either there or there. Let's put it here. And then we will just need to push this way to get a lumber mill. And the bard is completed in Athka and is going to head up to where Lord Relias is. If I'd have made it commander, it would have been another minus 15 to the unrest here. Which apparently really isn't necessary now that it is... yeah, it's not really necessary at this point. Because as soon as this becomes contiguous with another border growth of something around here, then it's going to lose any points that would push it way over anyway. So now Ariel can clean out this layer of savages. Bones litter the path leading up to the cave entrance. The guttural sounds of primitive speech, noises that barely qualify as language, come from within the darkened cavern. Stashed inside a crudely tanned deerskin bag, you find an item. Spectral chain shirt. The chainmail shirt links are hardened beyond normal metal. There's a light glow to it, providing it with an almost ethereal quality. Must have chainmail proficiency. I have people who have that. I don't think I have heroes that have that yet, though. Okay, I think I want to loop up this way and see what this border is. This might be another wildland. Or is that Magnar's territory? It says Magnar Plains. Yeah, that must be Magnar's territory. Alright, Giannis is on his way to Athica. Actually, I could move Giannis now that Kieran's Hold. I could move him on down to Kieran's Hold and just go ahead and start training his defenders here. So he is going to need a scout and a bard. That gives him room for 2 more units. I could give him a mage so that he has some magic with him. And he's already kind of a defender. I think I will give him a berserker. Oh, it's costing fame to train each of these. There's your cap on getting your, 20 fame apiece. Your cap on getting henchmen is fame. But fame will be easy to come by eventually. Especially once I get the repeatable quests from being able to spawn my own stuff. So let's see, scout. We kind of want to start with the scout, then get the bard, the mage, and the berserker. Where is the berserker? Did the berserker not move? It appears the berserker did not move. There's the berserker. I've got it after the sentinels, when it needs to be right after the mage. There we go. I realize I am not training a settler anywhere right now, I don't think, which is fine. Denara could actually produce a settler or 2, or pioneer or 2. So yeah, let's actually train a couple pioneers here. We can send one to there. I think that is the extent right now. I do want one over here eventually, but I'd like to get more essence there first. I guess the other one could be an outpost around here unless I find a place for a city. New technology research. Construction. Don't think this thing gave me anything that's going to upgrade units. No. Learn these techniques to construct the Great Mill achievement. Kingdom players who research these skills will also be able to construct forts, while Empire players will be able to build castles and slave pens. Recall that while Antheros was not built in a day, Knowledge of construction techniques and basic architectural principles was endemic to its people. With our research of construction, we should be able to further increase our production and metal income. Animal husbandry gives me this more food, more hit points per faction if I have wild game. Yeah, more food per grain, more food per grain. More production there. More research. Both of these are only one per faction, the brewery and the theater. Treasury Vault is more Gildar. It's another world achievement. I think I want drills. I think I want more army size. There are enemies in your territory. We have some Ophidians up at Sarah's Pass. We do have Lord Relias, his Altarian Guard, and his scout here. And we have a bard on the way. I'm going to wait here and see if they attack the city. Farcross has its guardian statue. It's now working on a study. Alright, the Great Mill is a bonus to production and food in that city. Avalan would probably be a good one for it. Or Denara. Let's see, Laren's Tree has a garden. It's now working on a school. And I believe I can upgrade different things now. Alright, now that it's got the garden, can I build? No. That's not something that upgrades. I mean, yeah, I can't build in the swamp, so I should have built down this way. Granary is an upgrade. The Mason is an upgrade, so let's build the Mason. That's also swamp. I can't build in it either. But I could put like the Great Mill right here. That's food and production bonus in this city. Let's see. I've only got 1 grain. Production wise, I've got 5 material. That would be a lot of production. Do I want to waste the Great Mill in this area? I don't think so. So yeah, I think we'll just have to build a merchant like right here. Because we've got to push down this way to get around the swamp to get to the water. Oh, they stole this spot. But our borders have pushed them that way. So yeah, there's no point to me really pushing too much. I can't seem to get another city over here since they stole that spot. I hope the dragon destroys your city, you fool. It doesn't matter whether I go here or here. I still can't build in the swamp. So yeah, I could just go here with the merchant. And then also build a granary. But yeah, let's have a look at Avalan. Avalan has 3 grain and 3 materials. So it's overall, it'd be another 25, so that'd be another like 70 grain. That would get me up to almost to 500. And production-wise, it has a decent amount. This would be a good spot for the Great Mill here in Avalan. So that's also going to be a little bit of fame, which will get me closer to another henchman. We can actually cover up this one place where I started building something. Just put the great mill right there. And build our mason upgrade. Now, actually, I think putting the mason here, even though it'll add a little bit of time to that, I think once it's completed, it'll knock more time off. But that does remind me, now that I have access to the mason and other upgrades, I do need to go back and improve these things. So we need to move the mason up so that we're getting production a little faster. We'll go ahead and finish the King's Guard. Move the crystal mine till later. Yeah, we've got the mason. We'll do the sentinels, the town watch. Yeah, we got 2 sentinels and a town watch. I could have sworn I'd queued up another sentinel here. Let's go to train and go ahead and add another sentinel here. Oh, I did. It's way back here. Okay. No, I did not. So yeah, now we'll have that extra sentinel. We go to Avalon. We've already upgraded, or are in the process of upgrading its mason. And I meant to push the mason in front. There we go. Thailand will need a mason. And we'll put it before the alchemist. Actually, we'll put it before we finish the crystal mine. Dinara could use a mason. We'll put it right after we get this one pioneer. Kieran's Hold could use a mason and a foundry. And we will move this mason to the forefront right after the hedge wall, but before we start on the scout and the bard and all the others. We'll go ahead and do the mason before we finish the festival in Mithrandra. And put the mason at the very front here in Farcross. Move the mason up here in Stadenhart to be... We've only got one season left for the market, so we'll go ahead and finish the market. Sierra's Pass could get a mason. We'll go ahead and do that before we finish the Town Hall upgrade. We can get the forge. We're going to be pushing this way with most of the others. The granary is an upgrade. Hedge wall doesn't really matter. So yeah, right after we get this training area, we still have the forge and the monument. We might actually just put the monument here, the forge on the other side, and then the lumber mill. But we can go ahead and queue up the smelter and the granary and the hedge wall. And Zygertok. I just noticed the name of this place. Alright, so we're working on a bell tower and then the earth altar. After we get the bell tower, we'll probably put the cleric here and then the study there, and then work this way toward the woods. Ariel. Yeah, let's go ahead and scout up this way. Oh, there's a troll warrior over here we could deal with. And we should have the mana now to add a crag spawn to our army. And the bard is on its way to Sarah's Pass. It'll be there this turn. Sarah's Pass is now level 3. Watchtower will give us charge. Strike Garrison would give us impulsive. Infirmary gives us more hit points per level and heals units stationed there. Let's go with the Watchtower. Gives us a catapult when defending as well. Stadenheart has completed. I forgot what it just completed. I just had my mouse over it. I believe it was the grocery or the market, one of the two. It's now working up here. But, oh yeah, let's go ahead and tell it to produce growth when it's done. It's now working on the mason. Zergertok has its bell tower. That can be upgraded to a town hall. Let's go ahead and put the cleric right next to it. And put the monument here. And then upgrade the town hall. Donara has completed its pioneer, and I guess I want to go up this way, but I can go, this way is safer to travel. I can send it this way. Yeah, pioneer's already right here. Next turn it'll be up in Zertok, and then I can head up that way. The Ophidians, or Ophidians, yeah it is, Ophidians are the only ones in my territory. Ariel, I'll just keep exploring up this way. Let's get around their town and then deal with this troll warrior. Let me tell you something that few know the whole truth of, Lord Relias. The Dreadlord Talax himself, the very last of the Titans, favored me with his wisdom concerning the inevitable battle between the kingdoms and the empires. It is the destiny of the empires to rule. We are the true inheritors of Kurgan's throne, and our armies will fulfill his vision. Yeah, whatever. Alright, let's start with Ariel and take on these trolls. We'll just pass there and have this guy pass right beside him and just start shooting these trolls. is your ability. Sinking Mud. Changes the terrain within 1 tile radius to mud. Units can only move 1 tile per turn through mud. Makes a good blocker. One warrior down. Just 1 troll warrior left. Yeah, trolls are vulnerable to fire. Which is one of the reasons that mage is doing so well. 42 experience. That was a decent haul. And I don't have the movement to clear out the lair of the savages this turn. Clay Pit is within my zone of control. Let's go ahead and queue up building on it. Kieran's Hold has completed its hedge wall. It's now working on the mason. Go ahead and queue up the fort later on. And those are the only enemies still in my territory. They're considered strong. Getting through their defense is the real problem. Let's go ahead and try this. I think I can do this. Alright, start with Lord Relias. Good. We'll get up here and get him in the... I could... Burning Hands. That's 14 fire damage. That would get a decent start on them. Oh, they're immune! Okay, I should have seen the resist chance at 100%, so that was a waste. Alright, this bard has haste, counterspell, and aid. Let's pull the bard back over here. And haste Lord Relias. I'm about to lose a henchman already. Yep, there goes one. Alright, let's move the Altarian Guard up. Yeah, maybe I made a mistake. Let's haste himself. You use all your stamina? Fine. Alright, we're going to move up here, and I can heal him a little bit. Move here and help with this one. Yeah, good. I made him waste both their attacks on him. Let's see. Let's move Relias here. So we're adjacent to both. Now, like I said, they're counted as heroes, so I don't believe I lose them. They will suffer injuries. They won't earn experience for this one. They're still alive. Yeah, injured. He has hallucinations. The scout has plus 10 to spell mastery, but minus 10 to resistance. And the bard has a chipped tooth, poison resistance penalty. Not that worried about those, honestly. So they're both injured. We lost the Altarian guard, but we took out those Ophidians. And let's go ahead and keep moving my Pioneer. And we want to eventually get up there. It says it's going to take 4 turns. Or 4 seasons. Kingsguard, select your path. Well, I could be Defender. Or Warrior. See, this is the one that's traveling with Lord Relias, I believe. Let's make him a Defender. Alright, non-aggression pact with Paradin has expired. We will renew that. And we will set up an economic treaty between us. And my non-aggression pact with Umber has expired. Mithrandra has its Mason. It's now working on a festival. Zygirtok has an Earth Altar. It's now working on the Cleric. Athica completed its King's Guard, which is bound for Lord Relias's group. And Capitar has conquered the Umber city of Nerden's Pass. I still haven't met Capitar. So Iriel is going to clean out this layer of savages. We got a Ring of Restoration, 50% healing from heal spells. The ring not only empowers healing spells, it increases the vitality and growth of plants, making it a favorite among gardeners and herbalists. Oh, there's a Banshee. We can definitely deal with her. And other than that, we have the Pioneer. Greetings, Lord Relias. The kingdoms will ultimately triumph for control of the world. The time of the Fallen ended with the destruction of the Titans. It would be useless for any empire to resist our inevitable victory. Finally, a positive message from one of the kingdoms. All right, Avalan has its Mason. It's now working on the Great Mill. Yeah, it knocked... I think it knocked 1 season off of it, so I spent 4 seasons to knock 1 season off. Wasn't quite as productive as I would have hoped, but so be it. Thailand has its Mason, now working on the Crystal Mine. Farcross has its Mason, now working on the Study. Stadenheart has its Mason, now working on a Grocer. And Sarah's Pass has its Mason, now working on the Town Hall. Alright, let's have Iriel take on this Banshee. Appears to be alone. This should be fairly quick. The air elemental can hurt her. He cannot. So we'll just have him pass. I can. As can the battle mages, so you're gone. 13 experience, 6 to 5 for everybody else. And we can clear out this cursed land. Find a valuable item laid out on a sarcophagus. An ice spear. And now we can just start thinning out some of these bandits and trolls that are wandering around here just to get more experience for Iriel. Next turn, we should have this other city. Oh, crap. I just parked next to an Ignis. I may lose that Pioneer. And this Kingsguard is on its way to Sierra's Pass. I'm now working on the Mason, after which I get a Sentinel. I can use one more person in this army. So I may train a mage. Because I do have enough fame to train another henchman now. And we need to move that mage to the start. After the Mason is done. Sigurtok has grown to level 2. Select what type of settlement this will become. So it has 3 material, it has 3 grain, and it has 3 essence. I'm thinking I'm going to make this a fortress. It's kind of cut off by itself over here. And there are some tough things there. So yeah, I think I'm going to make this a fortress. Enemies in my territory. We have gatherer spiders that have popped out here. I don't have any defenders in that town. What is the unrest here? 29, and I'm only dropping it by like 5. Yeah. So we will take Tuatha and the bear down this way to deal with these spiders. Oh, I should have stopped there and attacked. Oh well. Dinara finished its Mason. It's now working on its other Pioneer. Kieran's Hold finished its Mason. It's now working on a Scout for Yanosk. Laren's Tree finished its school. It's now working on the Mason. I guess I didn't get the Mason to the front. You know, it'll only take 1 day to get the merchant out, or 1 season. Let's move the merchant up and then go into the Mason. Iriel is going after this troll. Let's move up here, then there. Actually, I'm just going to pass. I'll let my range people take him out. It's going to take him a while to get over here. I'll just pass and let the range people deal with him. Iriel gained a level. Good. Yeah, that crag spawn started at level 13. Alright, we're going to Mage. Summon Earth Elemental. Yeah, if I lose the crag spawn, that's what I'm getting. Or if I get an extra army slot. So yeah, we're going for the Summon Earth Elemental. And I still have one movement. I can park right next to these bandit captains and clear them out next season. My pioneer did not get attacked. Good. So I can pop over. Actually, I want to go up there. I just realized. Let's pop through here, and it'll be one more season before I plop down there. And it has been another 5 years. So we're going to call this an episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.